Does someone in your life need to know where you are, who you're with, what you said? Do you flinch before you speak to them because you already know how they'll react? Have you ever called that love? That's not love. That's oppression wearing love's name. Control over someone is not a version of love. It's the opposite of it. The moment force or the threat of force enters a relationship, manipulation, guilt, jealousy, silent treatment used as a weapon, the connection is poisoned. Fear kills love every time it shows up. There's no exceptions to this. Real love wants the other person to be happy and free. That's the test. Not happy and compliant. Not free as long as they stay in line. Just free. When respect is actually present, love makes you feel free too. Free of fear, free of need, free to be who you actually are. Control smothers affection the instant it becomes a dominant force in a relationship, and it always becomes dominant because control is never satisfied. You don't get here by accident. The same wounds that distort your relationship with yourself get pointed at the people you claim to love. The negative beliefs, the gender roles, the inherited ideas about what you're owed. Confront those in yourself first, and then stop projecting them onto someone else's life or from other people. Respect begins the moment you stop trying to dominate the people you love. Stop manipulating them into doing what you want. Stop coercing agreement out of someone who hasn't actually agreed. That only guarantees misery every time, no exceptions. And replacing it is simpler than you think. Trade competition for sharing. Trade domination for mutual aid. Here's a tool, and it works. When you feel the urge to control arise, the need to know, to check, to manage someone else's choices, take a deep breath. In for 3 seconds, hold for 5, out for 5. Repeat until the urge loosens its grip. This is not a trick. It interrupts the nervous system response the control runs on, and it gives you back the control you need to choose differently. Don Miguel Ruiz calls jealousy, anger, and the rest of it fear with a mask. Underneath every controlling impulse is a fear you have not named. Name it. Bring it out in the open, and the impulse loses most of its power. If you set boundaries and you mean them, say plainly what you'll give, what you need, what you won't accept, that honesty, not negotiation, honesty like this can end a relationship. It's true, but that's the cost of being real instead of managed. If someone refuses to give up the need to control you, if they criticize you, belittle you, play little games designed to keep you small, tell them exactly how it's harming you and insist it stop. Respect runs both directions, or it isn't respect. If they won't change, walk away. There's no showdown required. You don't need any performance about leaving. Just stop participating. Life is too short to spend it with someone who needs you smaller than you are. Family makes this harder because the patterns go back further, the guilt runs deeper. Brilliant psychiatrist Thomas Moore offers a way through this. Family is what we imagine it to be. Treat the old family dynamics as a story you've been telling yourself, one you're now allowed to rewrite. You can let that resentment go without pretending the harm didn't happen. Love arises from mutual respect and nothing else. It can't be forced into existing no matter how badly you want it to. Lasting affection only happens when someone stays because they choose to, not because they're afraid of what happens if they leave. Demand respect. Reject control in yourself and in others. And this is how the people in your life finally get to stay because they want to, and how you get to stay free enough to actually love them back. Do this, and love will become part of your relationships again, as it always should have been. Thank you.